We have reviewed warranties, purchase orders, and inventory, all which have ties into accounts payable. In this overview, I'll show you how these systems all relate. Accounts payable, vendors. As with the other systems, I can either enter in my vendor and press F9 to display it, or I can press F4 to pop my search options box. First, we will look at our Cub Cadet vendor, CUB F9. The first screen allows you to establish all of the defaults for this vendor. Terms, your account number, which identifies you to this vendor. This number is used on the warranty claim and will print in the memo area of your checks. Since this is an inventory vendor and our charges may be to parts, serialized, or freight, we will not assign a default expense account. The various systems will automatically generate posting based upon context. If this were your phone vendor or your electric supplier, then it would be appropriate to link them to a specific expense account. It speeds up the process when entering vouchers directly through accounts payable. Alt-H, or using the mouse to select the History and Notes tab, will give you purchase history. We have split the history so that you can see the purchase order activity separately from the invoicing history. Why? Remember in our example for POs, we ordered our tractors from Cub Cadet, but we invoiced them to our floor plan vendor. Splitting that information allows each vendor to tell his own side of the story. Here we see the PO was received 6/17. Alt-G, or the GLIC tab, allows you to make associations between the vendor and your inventory codes. GLIC is an acronym that stands for General Ledger Interface Code. That code directs all of the posting for your inventory transactions through the correct general ledger accounts. You have also seen these links automatically display in the purchase order system for the reorders and back orders. From Cub Cadet, we order Cub parts and Cub Cadet serialized goods. Alt-V, or the Vouchers tab, allows you to quickly see the current balance as well as all of the outstanding vouchers. Press Populate to display. We can see the credit memo that we created when we processed the warranty claim number 74 for our bent axle. Alt-W, or using the mouse to select the Warranty tab, allows you to set the default factors that are applied to each warranty claim established for this vendor. You have your reimbursable labor rate as well as your parts rate. We have set our payment method to ask because we sometimes receive a check and sometimes a credit memo, as you saw me demonstrate when receiving the payments on the claim. However, if you always receive one type of payment, you can set the default to that. It will simplify your payment process. Now, if we look at our floor plan vendor, GE F9, we can see a few differences. First, we have a different remit to address. The top address will be used for all purchase order information and may be your correspondence address. The lower address will be used for all check generation. History and notes. The Cub vendor showed our last purchase order being received on 6/17. This vendor shows the invoicing of that PO using a document date of 6/16. The last time that we actually ordered goods directly from GE was in April. Vouchers. Again, we see the total amount due, and Populate will display all of the open invoices. The last one in the list is our invoice for our purchase order 225. If you have any questions about an invoice, simply highlight it and then use F6 or the mouse to quickly pop over to the voucher screen. You can review the information on the document itself, check installments if that was the term you selected, or review payments if you have received some against this invoice. When finished, press Escape or use the mouse to exit, and you will be returned to your AP vendor screen just as you left it. Our payable system features the ability to enter vouchers, credit memos, and manual checks. You can also generate laser printed checks, and there are a host of reports to assist you in planning your cash flow. I'd be happy to schedule some time for a full demonstration with you. Just give me a call. Thanks.
The Discovery System. The power is in the links.